The White House on Monday criticized China's coronavirus containment strategy and said people there have a right to peacefully protest, although its comments were notably restrained at a time it is seeking to strengthen relations with Beijing. The comments follow the most significant demonstrations in China in decades as over the weekend, protesters in Shanghai, Beijing and elsewhere challenged police in the streets, with some even calling for China's President Xi Jinping to resign. We've long said everyone has the right to peacefully protest in the United States and around the world, a spokesperson for the White House National Security Council, who requested anonymity, said. This includes in the PRC. The spokesperson used the acronym for China's official name, the People's Republic of China. The Biden administration has emphasized the need to manage the United States' strategic relationship with China, which this year labeled the United States' only competitor with both the intent and, increasingly, the capability to reshape the international order. Biden has spoken with China's Xi half a dozen times since taking office, most recently in person, for the first time since both became president, this month at a summit in Indonesia. China's continued strategy of locking down large parts of its cities and subjecting residents to stringent testing and restrictions stands in stark contrast to the approach to COVID in the United States and much of the rest of the world, which have largely returned to life as normal while living with the pandemic. Since last winter's Omicron wave subsided, Biden has adopted a strategy that eschews large-scale lockdowns or mandatory restrictions on Americans. A significant portion of the American population is now vaccinated against the virus, and the country has increasingly prioritized its economic recovery. In September, said in an interview that the pandemic was over. Dr. Ashish Jha, the White House's coronavirus response coordinator, told ABC's This Week on Sunday that a better strategy would be to build up immunity in the population by getting people vaccinated, as the United States has done. The spokesperson also said that it would be very difficult for China to be able to contain COVID using its current strategy. I think it's going to be very, very difficult for China to be able to contain this through their zero-COVID strategy, Jha said in an interview with ABC News' Martha Raddatz. I would recommend that they pursue the strategy of making sure everybody gets vaccinated, particularly their elderly. That I think is the path out of this virus. Lockdown and zero-COVID is going to be very difficult to sustain.